Hello, fellow beings. So I know it's been a few days since I made a video. I've been noticing some old thought patterns and behaviors because of those thought patterns. And, I did work through a lot of my stuff, but I guess, there's certain thought patterns that we have that only come up in the situations that are similar. It's kind of like when you're driving and red light, yellow light, green light, you kind of automatically know whether to step on the gas or put on the brake. The mind, it does that for a lot of things. It associates certain ways of doing things and ways of being and ways of thinking to situations, friendships, romantic relationships, work stuff. So it's not just nothing's really black and white when it comes to people, but we learn how to relate to people and how to behave by watching and experimenting when we're children. And not even just children. It happens for the rest of our lives. But there are certain things that the mind gets stuck in. Certain ideas of what respect is and what love is, how we're supposed to be treated, or what we're expecting. If we're expecting that nobody has good intentions, and even if it's subconsciously, because we've all been hurt in our lives by something. Sometimes we blame another person, and it's not them hurting you, but it is. It's a two-way street. So it's not ever just them, but it's not ever just you either. It's dance. You see what their language is, and then you try to communicate what your language is. And sometimes we just misunderstand each other, But that leads the mind to make certain assumptions and just think a certain way to try to protect itself. But when it's causing problems because you're too much in your own reality and you're not really taking in the information from the outside accurately, and even sometimes when you've got other people on your side, just listening to your stories and the things that have been happening, it's harder when you have people that agree with what your assumption is or your theory or your conclusion about another person is. But they're really only hearing it from your side. But if the way that you see it is the way that you say it, then it makes sense that they might agree with you. But if you look at it a different way and you can explain it in a different way, then they'll probably still understand what you're saying and agree with you, but have a completely different conclusion. But I think my point is I'm working through some stuff that I thought was gone, but because I wasn't in any kind of situation that was bringing the thoughts up, it's like I wasn't driving, you know what I mean? So like the red, green, yellow signal, that the signal wasn't there. So like it didn't register. But now that the signal's there, like I can start picking this information and like seeing how I'm thinking about things, and I'm asking God to help me transform my thoughts and help me to, you know, see clearly and to relax and just trust Him. But you know, it really helps when someone else tells you that their side. I mean, people, we shouldn't have to explain ourselves. But when we do, sometimes it helps the other person understand. I know that when somebody explains, like, honestly and clearly what's going on with them, and I can see it from their point of view, then some of those thoughts don't, like, they're not there anymore, because I get that they were off. So, explaining to each other, like, your side, and listening to other people's side, it actually can lead to understanding, and maybe not always agreeing, but understanding each other, and, you know, working with that. So just wanted to share that, because yeah, I was like having a hard time. Like I kind of noticed them, and I kind of noticed that, like, the moodiness, and I was like, but you know, I really couldn't. I guess I really just wanted to believe, like, how I was thinking. Like, that I was thinking clearly and properly and justifiably. And my thinking was justified. This is what I'm telling. This is what my mind is telling me. Wow. So, yeah, sometimes it's dangerous to try to figure stuff out, because you just come to the conclusion that you want to come to. And then, like, you can be angry and resentful about it, or You can like be in a fantasy world and be happy with your conclusions or whatever, but it's really not the facts. Yeah. Relationships with people, I don't think some things are factual, like you can't argue with some things, but you know, almost everything is interpretable. Even color, like, because we have different insides and the light is reflected differently into our eyes than someone else's eyes. So blue's not always blue. So pretty much everything is interpretable. And just going back to how when I started all this, it's like just being willing to understand someone else and their point of view and like how they think can help you relate to them and respond to them in a different way, and kind of curb your insecurities. And but it's like it's our own responsibility to feel good. I know it's really, really difficult to understand that, because I know I really had a hard time understanding that. I was like, how can it not have anything to do with anybody but me? And even people's actions, like how they talk to you, when they talk to you, how they treat you, like how you see it is what affects your mood, your internal, it affects your thoughts. So it really is about how we see it. We can take offense to something, or we can look at it in a different way and not be offended and not take it personal. So yeah, just like working some more stuff out, that's all. And trying to explain how I went about working it out, talking to God. Yeah, I was walking today and I kind of felt like Jesus was right next to me. Kind of imagined him. I kind of saw him in his sandals and his robe. He's like walking with me. It was kind of nice. But yeah, I was just talking to him like I'm talking to you. Maybe I opened up a little bit more. Like, I guess I exposed more of the sadness that my thoughts were causing me this morning, but it already went through, and like none of it made sense to me at the time. But now that like I got more information, it really doesn't make sense. It's like it's all like it's a fake conversation. We do that all the time. as people. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does it. Like, has a big conversation with somebody. Like, yeah, I know I'm not the only one who does it, because it's even in movies. Like, it's kind of a joke. I wish I would have said this or that, and like, I would have, like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all fake. It's all not real. The mind, when it comes to, like, I know it feels so real though. I know it feels real. And a lot of us don't want to admit that it's not real. But when you see it, you kind of have to experience that it's not real. And like really, really focus and pay attention. And then you'll catch the non-reality of it. Whoa. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, it's bath time. I went for 2 walks today. I ate avocado toast this morning. It's one of my favorites. And then I made some really good chicken the other day with my friend's recipe. Man, it was good. I'm so glad it came out good. And so I ate a chicken salad. I ate a couple tangerines. And I feel really good. I mean, my friend is like encouraging me. Like, he's giving me extra encouragement. I know there's people who encourage me to work out and take care of myself. And I already had started before I got bit by the dog. I was going to the gym like 3 times a week at least. And I was eating better. And then I got bit by the dog. But then I was still walking, I was still walking. And so I was like already, but my friend, he pushes me a little bit extra, which is helpful. But I've been listening to my body, and when it gets pushed too far, I'll back off. So that's good. I'm learning how to listen. I was a little disappointed that there's stuff that I can't do anymore right now. But I figure, I'm taking better care of my body now. And it'll get there. It'll get to a point where I can do the other stuff again. So it's good. But yeah, right now today I was dealing with old thought patterns and feelings that were caused by the thoughts, the fake thoughts. Well, it's not fake because they're actually thoughts, but the lies. I've been calling them. Yeah, they're lies. The lies that I had learned to tell myself. So I feel better. I'm a little tired. Went for 2 walks today. Long walks, but it's so beautiful outside. Like there's this place. There's it's a little creek, and there's ducks and hummingbirds, and you can hear the frogs and all the other little birds, and so squirrels, and all kinds of flowers and plants. Like even the weeds are beautiful. So, and you just see how everything, like all these different plants, just kind of blend together. And it's really peaceful. Anyway, I am gonna go, but I will talk to you later, okay?